Alrighty, let's have a look at this now, eh? Let's get into it. Fucking Jesus. Wait, there's subtitles on. Wait, why are there subtitles on? Thank you. Oh, bro. This is fucking loud. That was one way to start it off. Jesus.
Our partners at Sledgehammer Games have already revealed Call of Duty Vanguard's immersive campaign and intense multiplayer, all set in World War II. And now,
It's pretty bad, but alright.
keeping true to our zombies nature, Treyarch is back for another round. Studio responsible
Was that
for bringing
speed caller in the
Call of
back?
Duty more than a decade ago returns to World War II and Sledgehammer Games' Vanguard, setting the stage for a new zombies experience. Black Ops Cold War offered the team at Treyarch the opportunity to introduce players to the Dark Ether storyline, beginning with the opening of the Dark Ether gateway at Project Endstation. And now, prepare to face a new type of evil, meet new allies, and make
Well, it
new
looks
enemies.
pretty evil to me. The room you're in
Prepare
is
for a
scary
gameplay
as shit.
experience that gets you to the fun faster, all wrapped in a brand new dimension of zombies. In Vanguard, we're introducing a brand new zombies experience and a franchise-first crossover that builds on the Dark Ether universe. And today, our team will share more about the story, the lore, core gameplay, weapons, and characters that will define the next chapter in the Zombies saga. But first, let's whet our appetites with the world premiere of the new Zombies gameplay trailer.
Oh, here we go. Man, I like to start off with a bang. They weren't lying about the cult shit.
Oberfuhrer Wolfram von List.
What language is that?
Instrument of my revenge.
Steroids.
Give you an army of the dead. But our enemies have allies from beyond this mortal realm.
Is that Red Star? What is that thing?
We are joined now.
Man, he's got a sword. That's Red Star.
Children, yield or die.
Oh my god, is that the hotel? Alright, so we've got multiplayer maps in it already. Okay. It seems like we teleport between them. And is that Billie Eilish? Yeah, okay, they're multiplayer maps. But that sounds like Dota. Is it the windmill from the Tortured Path? Is that that's Shino Numa? Is that Takio's man bun? Is that a dragon? What? Shino Numa of all maps. It kind of actually fits with this cult shit. That map's kind of scary. MG, I like to see it. That's cool. Oh, it's a Ring of Fire. So that must have been a Frost Blast before.
Bury the hatchet or bury your friend right now.
Billie Eilish is very distracting right now.
Rise, revenants. A new chapter of warfare is about to begin.
That thing looks sick.
I wanna end me.
Digital pre-orders get instant access.
Wow. I kind of didn't expect that. It looks like a way more refined version of Cold War's Dark Ether storyline so far. I feel just off that trailer and just off a first impression, it looks like they have just went around to this story and just made it more refined. They've went deeper into what really makes it the Dark Ether storyline, and they bring in some like chaos themed elements, which is really cool. But yeah, we'll see what's going on because this video still goes for another 11 minutes.
Treyarch is pulling out all the stops to tell a new, brutal
I've never seen this
story
man before.
that expands and explores the unsettling world
Unsettling.
of Ether. It's a story that longtime players
This
will
map looks
appreciate,
cool.
but one that will be easy.
It looks
for
like
new
a Tortured
players
Path,
to
though.
pick up and play. In addition to being
I'll try not to pause
it's
too
an
much,
experience
but
that immerses and
if I
innovates
notice something, I
on
will
the core
pause.
Treyarch Zombies gameplay.
Come on.
This
So yeah, there's multiplayer maps.
is Darren Fung.
Duran Fung. Cool. Cool name.
With Darren Fung exploring the mystical and the occult, it was important to convey an unsettling and brutal feel to the world.
Sightlines will be obscured by piles of dead corpses from Soviet and German soldiers. And it all comes to life, so to speak, in Vanguard's epic World War II setting.
It looks really cool, to be
With
honest.
Vanguard Zombies, we really tried to bring a new experience for all types of different players, from current players and really to getting new players into the zombies ecosystem, right? Cold War brought Outbreak, and we've really taken the best mechanics, smashed it together, and created.
I wonder if the salvage is going to be in there again.
Our enemies have allies from beyond this mortal realm.
So Duranfang, the beginning. It's the start of a new Treyarch Dark Ether.
The animations already look better as well. Cold War's like Easter egg cutscenes were literally done in my year 5 maths class.
Zombie story.
This already looks like better
The events of Black
production.
Ops Cold War brought an end to one storyline. The events of Vanguard represent a new arc. Zombies players have witnessed the catastrophic outcome, the science experiments at Project End Station.
Okay.
Project End Station was a Nazi particle accelerator that punched a hole through the dimensional veil and gave us access to the Dark Ether, where these 5 otherworldly artifacts come from, each one linked to a powerful Dark Ether entity.
There is Cortifex, the
Cortifex the Deathless.
Syraxis, the Shadow.
Syraxis the Shadow.
Nordicus, the Conqueror. Invictor, the
Damn.
Destroyer. And Belikar, the Warlock.
Bro, this is Yu-Gi-Oh or something? What is
Dark
this?
Ether entities bind their powers to our human operators through artifacts crafted in the Dark Ether, each granting unique abilities.
Okay, so these are just the field upgrades, but cultish. That's all it is. So
Like Frost,
one of them is one Yu-Gi-Oh character is Frost
and Ring
Blast,
of Fire.
and then Ring of Fire is
Now,
back. Okay,
anyone-
I like that. I'm glad they came back because I feel like they're going to be a staple in zombies gameplay from now on, and I'm really happy that they're just kind of integrating it in a really cool way that would probably fit in the storyline, which then makes the storyline more interesting because Cold War's storyline wasn't too interesting, but it seems like it's setting up for this bigger and cooler events within Vanguard Zombies, which I'm really excited
Anyone who
for.
touches them forms a symbiotic bond with a Dark Ether entity. It's
Okay.
almost like being possessed, except the entities can't control their host. They
This is drugs,
can
bro.
only offer guidance and their powers.
Exposure to the Dark Ether also allowed the Nazis to expand their research into dark magic.
Enter Oberfuhrer Wolfram von List, a ruthless officer in command of an SS battalion called Die Wahrheit.
Cool.
This was the group that plundered antiquities from around the world. Von List forced top experts to help him, explorers, historians, and a demonologist named Gabriel Kraft. Professor Kraft's deep knowledge of the occult ultimately led Von List to these artifacts. Von List bonds with the most powerful entity of them all, Cortifex, the Deathless. This
Okay.
former lord of the Dark Ether grants him the ability to raise the dead.
So are we gonna
And
get
that's
that
why,
ability? 'Cause
a
it was
year
one of
after
the
their first
characters.
defeat, Von List takes Die Wahrheit back to Stalingrad, and he's going to raise an undead army, march them across Europe, and annihilate the Allied forces.
The zombies are undead bodies from the past war at the Eastern Front.
Professor Kraft sends out a distress call. That call is answered by Vanguard Special Forces operators, but they end up trapped inside a barrier erected by Cortifex to seal off Stalingrad.
So it looks like we're not going to get a set characters, except if they bring up Shino Numa. I doubt that they're just going to show a clip of Shino Numa with Takio in it and not talk about it. But it looks like we got operators again, which I don't really care. Honestly, like that was the one thing everyone whinged about for Cold War. Oh my god, we're not set characters. It's just the Requiem crew. We feel nothing. Bro, if we had operators on Origins, I guarantee you that it would still be an amazing map. But I don't know. I don't really care about operators. I just care about the gameplay.
They can't call for reinforcements.
Never really been a big
But they have
storyline
Professor
person.
Kraft's expert guidance and their own unmatched combat skills. And 4 Dark Ether
Okay, so there it is there. Energy Mine, Ether Shroud, Ring of Fire, Frost Blast. I'm happy about these 3. Sorry, my webcam's in a way, but Energy Mine is here. No one really uses Energy Mine. At least make it better, then I'd be happy. But I don't know. I don't
Ether
really
entities
care.
known
I'll
to
just always, depending on how they do it, they might look at Cold War and want a massive nerf on some of these field upgrades and then want a massive buff on others. So I feel like they'll buff Frost Blast, maybe Energy Mine, but they might make a more simple version of these two. Just because they were abused in Cold War heaps. So maybe get people to use other ones.
Their powers.
Cool.
They do this in the interest of defeating Cortifex, the Deathless.
While these entities may be helping humans, players will find out that they have their own agendas.
It's an
Oh,
unlikely team up, but it's our only
my field
shot
upgrade's
at
going to
the
go
third
against
right
me halfway
in
through my
winning World
game.
War II.
I like the symbols on the head. Okay, we got Shino Numa there. Talk about it, please.
We had a lot of fun designing the different objective environments. Each location has a very distinct look and feel to the play space, so that no two areas will feel similar.
Okay,
As players
that's good.
explore the realm of dark ether magic
What is that
against
thing?
the backdrop of Stalingrad.
I want to see that again.
As
That had a
players
symbol on it.
explore
It's
the
probably...
realm of
That's cool. So are these the perk machines? And you just got like a chalice in your backpack. You just take a big old swig, not knowing if it's like piss or something.
dark ether magic against the backdrop of Stalingrad. They'll encounter shrines,
Shrines.
rituals, and sacrifices.
With so many different elements in
Okay.
play, it was important to establish unique visuals. It is a look that feels more grounded, something you can have nightmares about.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
The occult was something that really wanted to touch. It has so many different variables, like summoning portals, blood rituals.
Okay.
Hanging skulls, seances.
When it comes to zombie types, we run the gamut.
We have your basic grunt zombie,
And we also have our heavies.
these big guys
Oh,
who carry around
that look cool.
miniguns, and
They look like a pain. They look like an actual pain.
those are the Sturmkriegers or Storm Warriors. They are really
Sturmkrieger.
hard to bring down, and it's
Okay.
hard to avoid them when they shoot.
That's good. I like bosses like really have been enjoying the Abomination from Forsaken because they're not easy, but they're not super difficult. They're just like perfectly in the middle where it takes some effort to take them down. Where like something like the Mimic or the Mangala, I think those are the only two that really stick out. Or the Disciple, they're just so easy to take out that it's just annoying. Well, I think the perfect bosses from Cold War were the Megaton, were the Panzer, and now the Abomination. But I hope it's like right in the middle. I hope that my normal gun can't take it out, but I hope that no gun can't take it out.
We
You know
also
what I mean?
have something called the Boom Schreier, which means boom screamer in German.
These are zombies that will run
Okay,
real
so just
quick
a classic-
and explode in contact.
It's a
I love how they're like acting like it's like something phenomenal when it's just we've seen this type of zombie in
wide variety
heaps
of
of
threats,
maps.
and they all start to pile up as you get further in rounds.
Yeah, that's how zombies works.
Approaching their own fun was important for us to stay true to our lineage while also building something brand new.
You'll find all of the classics, right? Pack-a-Punch, mystery box,
Okay.
crafting table.
Oh, so crafting table, which basically confirms we're going to get salvage again. That's fine. I don't mind the salvage system. I actually really
But
like
there's
it.
a lot we're doing different this time too.
The runes are something new in Vanguard. Dark Ether rune magic is the thing that the Dark Ether entities use to manifest their powers. That winds up being very important as the story plays out.
So maybe it's for Easter eggs or something. They kind of just touched on it a little bit. Oh, the zombies drop it. Okay.
Tried really hard to make it accessible for new players.
It's super easy to jump in and get started, right?
Well, okay, that means it's probably going to be as easy as Cold War, but that's fine. I don't care about easy zombies. I think the one thing that the zombies community doesn't talk about enough is that there's plenty of ways to make zombies harder for yourself. Literally just do an Easter egg without Jug. I thought the Firebase Easter egg was so easy on stream. I just did it without Jug. Actually felt like a fun little challenge. So I don't really care that they make things easy. Because as I said, there's always a way that I can make it harder for myself if I desire that. But I kind of like sitting down if I was on stream and I did all BO3 Easter eggs. Like some are easy, some are annoying. Sometimes I'll do it and I'll sit down. I'm like, well, will I beat Goron Kobe today? Will I beat Revelations today? Which is a good thing. But if I sit down and go, all right, on stream, I'm going to do all Cold War Easter eggs. I know that I'm going to smash them all, and it's just going to be an enjoyable experience all
You don't
around.
need to
Besides the mimic step on favors, see, that's just
know
fine.
anything about previous zombie experiences to enjoy this. Spawn into the map with your friends, jump
Okay.
into a portal, do an objective.
The world grows harder. Is this Outbreak? So this is Outbreak. If the world grows harder, each map. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not saying that it is, but by the looks of it, it's got the mini map coming. Oh my god, my webcam is in the way once again. It's got the mini map over there, which is all good and dandy. I like the mini map. I don't know how I like Outbreak being the way that they start off Vanguard. Outbreak was good, but it got boring so fast. She's doing the same objectives and just looting was annoying. I don't know. That's my personal opinion. We'll see how it goes when it comes out. It looks really cool, but if it's an Outbreak style thing, I don't know how long I'm going to be enjoying it for. Because I'm not going to lie, like when that period when Outbreak was out, I was hooked to zombies purely for leveling up my level, like seasonal level, as well as getting Dark Ether camo. Besides that, I just kind of never played it for enjoyment.
You're in it. That's you playing, and you're playing successfully.
From the casual to the hardcore, there's enough for you to dive into.
In Vanguard, we get players right into the action so they can start blasting away.
Okay.
Fighting zombies is the core.
Okay, snipers look terrible again. It's going to be a repeat of Cold War. Good to know. I still don't have Diamond or Plague Diamond assault sniper rifles, sorry, in Cold War because it was the most tedious, boring thing I've ever done in my life. And I don't even have one gold. I think I got halfway through the tundra and gave up. So good to know that they're shit.
And it's what all our fans love doing, and we give you plenty of ways to do that.
Okay.
Players start the game in the snowy graveyard of Stalingrad.
The forward operating base of our allied operators in
Okay, so it looks like
In the snowy
you
graveyard
can see
of
where you're
Stalingrad.
teleporting, which I do like a lot. That's really cool. So if I want to go to Shinonuma, I can. If I want to go to Hotel Royale or whatever it's called, I can.
operating
That's
base
like-
of
I
our
like
allied
that.
operators in Der Anfang. Here, the players have access to many of the upgrade machines they will need in the battles ahead.
However,
Okay.
players can't get too comfortable here.
Yeah.
Because Stalingrad is still inhabited by roaming zombies.
The area is relatively confined, but as you complete objectives, the map opens up.
Oh, cool.
offering Access to other powerful upgrades like the perk fountains.
Okay, so they are perks.
As players complete these various challenges, they will open up the forward operating base to new threats and opportunities.
Cool. I
The
like
Dark
that.
Ether enemies grow in power with each new objective, so you'll need all the help you can get. That means using traditional methods like buying perks and
It is a
upgrading
chalice.
all the help you can get. That means using traditional methods
Look at
like
this.
buying
It's a fucking chalice. I love it. What is that perk though? I do not recognize a single perk.
perks and upgrading your weapons at the Pack-a-Punch.
I like that
But
it's
we're also adding a
divine.
new means of gaining power through the Altar of Covenants.
Altar.
Brand new system to zombies that randomizes every time you come back from an objective what you can purchase with a nasty sacrificial heart.
Okay, so it's
Exchange
random.
At the Altar of Covenants for one of 3 random upgrades.
Cool.
Choose from power-ups like Ammo Gremlin.
Okay. Ammo gremlin stowed. Weapon refill ammo from stock quickly. Okay. Revive allies much faster and automatically revive nearby allies. Okay. So, alright. So, we're going to earn these hearts through objectives. And every single time we go up to a new altar, there's going to be 6 different ones, which I like. I really like that. I like the random aspect of it, which then can alter your gameplay and the way that you alter your loadout or what guns you get or where you play, which is really cool actually. It looks like some of them we already know, like Cryo Freeze. Bloodlust melee attacks do more damage and heal you. This reminds me of can't remember what the mode's called from Resident Evil 8, where you just kind of get all these power-ups and just see how long you can survive. Successive shots on the same enemy deal more damage. Cool. So that's like the tier 5 for Deadshot from Cold War. Enemies killed by explosions have a chance to explode themselves. Cool. That's really cool.
Reloads non-equipped weapons over time, or Brain Rot to turn zombies into.
Okay, we got more. Hold on. Melee attacks do more damage and heal you. I like that. So that's like. So it looks like we're not going to be getting Ethereum crystals, which makes complete sense, and I'm fine with that. But it looks like they've brought some of those tier upgrades into this altar system. So like, and they've also brought. This is the only confusing thing. So we've got Brain Rot here, chance to turn a zombie, turn any enemy when shooting it. That's obviously a Pack-a-Punch ability or whatever you call them. I can't remember what they're called. But it's now on the altar. So does that mean we're just not going to get like Dead Wire? We're not going to get Brain Rot, Blast Furnace in the Pack-a-Punch? I don't know. Critical kills return a bullet to the clip. That is so cool. I'm like a headshot person. I only aim for the head, especially since Cold War when you actually had to have you get more points from shooting in the head. Oh my god, I can't speak today. Critical kills return. Yeah, that's really cool. I love this so far.
Or unholy ground.
Oh my god, there's so many. I want to talk about all of these because I want to share as much information in this. Small chance to keep equipment after using it, so that's another mule kick tier upgrade. Deal much more damage to slowed or stunned enemies. That's really cool. So the one question I have is how many can we have of this? If it's only one, that's fine. If you can stack them, that's a bit overpowered. But I mean, it can. I think these things are really good because if you can stack these abilities from the altar, you can bring normal weapons into higher rounds of zombies, because everyone knows like Cold War, it was like a staple of it. Once you hit the 30s, 35s, maybe top 40s, you need to use a wonder weapon. Your triple packed legendary stoner can only go so far. But with this, if you get like the headshot multiplier, I don't know, the cull the weak, and it forces you to use stun grenades and play differently, it can bring normal guns higher, which I kind of like a lot. Next one, deal much more damage when shooting while stationary and for a short time after you start moving. Okay, so that's kind of like the stronghold perk from BO4. We know this, we know this, we know this. Okay.
For those times when you really need to hold your position.
So cool. That's my favorite thing so far that we've seen.
Step one is always, what gun do you have? Because those will all play very differently with the Covenants.
I think players are going to find that when they pair up with a different Dark Ether entity, it feels like a completely distinct experience.
So you're just combining your guns, your Covenants, your equipment, the things you're
Okay, I saw it. Hold on.
So you're just combining your guns, your Covenants, your...
Cool. And I don't know why it's so cut off, but it looks like we've got the salvage back. I'm fine with that. I like the armor system. I kind of do miss the shield. I miss buildables. But I always strive for change and versatility through zombies, and I'm happy with that. And it looks like they're the exact same. 750 this time for first armor, which is really weird that he has second and third, but not the first. And then it's 250 for a refill, which I'm fine with. And then lethal and tactical. I'm happy. It worked in Cold War, so I'm happy about it. This looks like a field upgrade now that we know that skulls or something.
Things you're finding in the world.
You can have freedom to be in a cool place that would never exist in the real world.
It's a different region with different inhabitants and, in turn, different gameplay elements.
And with Vanguard zombies, we're bringing that in spades.
Nice. Order of the Dead.
Moving to the world of the occult provided plenty of inspiration around the visual identity of the game, and it helped to shape the way we think about the map design.
We built zombies on the same engine as Vanguard. We wanted to make this unified with the rest of the game, while still have its own identity that is more of a fantasy look.
Players will battle across the rooftops of Hotel Royale on a rainy night in Paris.
Nice.
They'll fight at the base of a massive burning windmill in Merville,
That looks the coolest out of all of
which is
them.
actually part of the Normandy invasion. And they'll find themselves in the classic swamps of Shinonuma,
Nice.
which is a truly eerie setting that our longtime fans will be familiar with.
There's Takio. So what, do you just like instantly spawn in as the Ultimus crew? Or the Primus crew? Like... Yeah.
Dark Ether magic.
You just like miraculously change people? Or character? I don't know, but I guess we'll wait and
Allowed the
see.
team to really bubble up some interesting new ideas that we have not explored in past Zombies experiences.
The different objectives you're tasked with really alter how the player experiences the various environments.
There's an objective called Blitz, which takes inspiration from that holdout style gameplay of just surviving, but this time you're taking the fight to them.
So it's definitely Outbreak.
In
Something. Like if I'm just going to back up 1 second. So I didn't expect to pause this much, but it's so much
There's an
information.
objective called Blitz.
That was Speed Caller.
Alter how the player experiences the various environments.
There's an objective.
Okay. The overall feel definitely looks like Call of Duty World War II, which I don't mind. And it's a little bit more colorful, which is what World War II needed. And that just looks like Speed Caller.
Objective called Blitz, which takes inspiration from that holdout style gameplay of just surviving, but this time you're taking the fight to them.
In Harvest, you hunt zombies who drop runestones that you can collect. Players
Okay.
must then deposit these into an obelisk called the Sin Eater.
Cool.
In Transmit, you'll escort a floating zombie head
Oh,
as
nice.
it seeks weaknesses in the dimensional barrier to the dark ether. These different challenges and eerie environments with dark settings help the player feel enveloped in Cortifex's grasp, and we can't wait for our fans to experience it.
Nice. I think the one thing that I wish they'd have, or I hope they have at least, is the one problem that I had with Outbreak was like, you did so much setting up for this one small little challenge, like that 2-minute holdout or that 2-minute defend step, or, you know, and it was like this uneven ratio of like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of setup to then do this one little challenge, and then you just do it again and you do it again. I really hope that what they said before, where like as you do more challenges, the map opens up to you explore and find different things. I hope that there's more challenges each map. Because imagine we spawned into, I don't know, one of the Outbreak maps, like Alpines, and we had 3 different objectives that would open up multiple maps. It would add more to the maps instead of just this long, tedious setting up, finding salvage, looting as if we're playing Warzone, and then to just do one small little objective, which yes, got harder, but I hope that these objectives that they're showing and these challenges that they're presenting to us actually have like a few of them within each map. Like I want to spawn into Shinonuma. I don't want to just survive for a little bit, do one challenge and leave. I want to do multiple in that map. So I hope that's how it works.
Darun Fung is a brand new experience that
This guy is so into it. I got to give props to this man.
explores the Dark Ether universe in exciting, fresh ways. Launch is really just the tip of the iceberg. Everything post-launch is gonna bring new twists, new stories, new characters, brand new gameplay. And it's all part of Vanguard's advanced global progression system featuring player and weapon leveling, plus battle pass system integration.
Nice.
This is a whole new way to experience zombies. Welcome to Call of Duty Vanguard. Darun Fung awaits.
Nice. Is that the end? It is the end. Just wait in case there's something else. November 5th, which, oh my lord, it is so close. I didn't realize how close it was. It's ridiculous. Cool. That's amazing. I'm actually beyond happy with that, to be honest.
This boy's
Oh, Lexify.